Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Dated and Related episode 8, 9, and 10. I'm finally done. Oh my gosh, the show. I still don't understand why Netflix put them all at once. I know Netflix is going to stop doing that in general, but my God, did it take me forever. But I'm finished. Less than satisfactory ending, but let's get into it anyways. Before we do, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. All right, so Chaylin and Rachel. Is it Chaylin or Jaylan? Because it sounds like Jalen, but I see the C and that's what confuses me. But anyways, I'm gonna say Chaylin because that's what I see. He and Rachel had a secret kiss, which Andy exposes to the house.
I seen the kiss, so I don't think there's anyone's talking.
What?
What? Oh, okay. A sneaky smooch.
This is the worst possible thing to do.
Everybody may think there's something romantic going on between us when there isn't. It makes the conversation I have to have today with Jaylen a lot harder.
One thing about the people in this damn villa, they'll be talking about, oh, me and my sibling are so close, but then have such a wrong read on what their sibling is into, what's a boundary cross for their sibling. I'm just like, oh my God, why would you say that? Anyways, the kiss itself looked kind of awkward. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm with Rachel. The vibes. So there was a moment when Kaz decided to make things official with Diana. I can't lie to you guys. It was cute.
The moment I met you, I only had eyes for you. Once I knew the difference between the two. I love you. Yes.
I know when I do all these dating shows, some people are like, oh my gosh, are you jaded? Like, nah, when I just don't believe in a love story, I can't, it's really hard for me to root for it. And it's not necessarily that I believe in this love story either, but I just liked the romance of it all. I like when men allow themselves to be sappy and to just let the feelings be what they are. Like the macho guy, the nonchalant guy, like that's not my thing at all. And I thought Kaz would be that kind of guy. So to see him be soft and be gentle with Diana and really just like go all in, I don't know if it was strategy, but I liked it. There was a moment in the episode where Will and Rachel had a kiss to kind of solidify their connection, right? And I have to give Will his props. I don't like how forward he is all the time with women, but he always asks for permission to kiss. I like that. Consent is key. Thank you. But basically at the end of the day, Rachel determined that Chaylin is just too nice and Will is too prim and proper. Like she got a problem with everybody at this point. Why didn't you go for Henry? I mean, maybe she thought he was just like Will, so I don't know. But yeah, Rachel, she's not feeling anybody, but unfortunately for her, because she is a single and so are the twins and Chaylin, everybody else gets coupled up on their own, and the singles are at risk of being eliminated. Rachel has to pick somebody. She picks Will.
I've decided to keep you here and now you've got to put your hard work in because I've done my part.
I think you did make the right decision. I think we'll have a good time there the next few days. The conversation's flowing, there's a lot of back and forth.
And he can go on and on and on.
Shortly after this, she regrets her decision because she thinks that Will is boring. But I'm like, Rachel, you're exciting? Like, Art, you seem just as boring as Will is. So I don't know what your standard of dating is, but you find a problem with damn near everything. Speaking of finding issues with everything, Julia is irritated with Joey because Joey doesn't take initiative.
I just feel like it's not really easy between us, and I think it should be.
Yeah, we had a good connection at first, but honestly, like once I found out about the Will situation, it kind of was like really hard for me to get past.
I do like her, but if a girl's really into you, a new guy coming in the villa wouldn't affect things, but it did. So, it's been a roller coaster so far, so we'll see what happens.
Baby girl, this was the problem the first time. I'm not going to get on you too much because I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, they're going to be better this time. And then the discourse we have is the exact same discourse we had the first time. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like, Julia, I don't know why you thought things would be different. And it's clear that in this moment, Joey was still holding on to your betrayal, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. Melinda challenges the house to write letters to each other, like as siblings. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I thought this was absolutely stupid because one, they're siblings, and two, they've been together all this time. Like, I'm pretty sure they know how they feel about where each other stands. I don't know. I just thought this was a waste of time, so I skipped that. Then I see a conversation between Andy and Rachel, basically saying they're both not feeling who they're connecting with.
Like, that's the sort of person you want your wife to be like.
Yeah.
But she's just too straight
She's too
shooting.
sweet for you.
Yeah.
But his talk's always so serious, and like
Yeah.
his replies are always so like almost like automated or generic.
I am saving myself for marriage.
Holy fuck.
I mean, I kind of get where Andy is coming from, basically saying that Karina is just too nice. I said that about them earlier. They are just too nice, her and Joey. And I don't know, like they don't have that like feistiness within them that makes them enticing. So I could see why in this kind of process it wouldn't really work out. However, why would sharing a bed equate sex to Karina? Like, she kind of puts so much weight on them sharing a bed. I can get how I get the uncomfortability of it, but for her to, maybe she did I perceive it wrong? I don't know. Okay, for those who don't watch the show, basically, she's a virgin. She's saving herself for marriage. She didn't want to share a bed with Andy because she thought that there was some kind of like insinuation of them like sharing a bed. And I just thought, I don't know, like, I don't know. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I respect her values. Nothing wrong with being a virgin, girl. Save yourself for the right one, because a lot of these men don't deserve it. As for Rachel, she learns just how fake, okay, Will is. That man, oh my gosh, like, we know you're here for the money, sir.
I do feel like we have a lot in common. We're both like very charismatic. We're getting to know one another. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Probably not going to go any further than this. Yeah.
No, I feel exactly the same.
You don't really like to listen, you only like to speak.
I guess I just didn't, maybe not really 100% want to get to know the full you. That was just it.
And he was very like, oh yeah, totally, I'm the exact same, like I feel the exact same.
Did he cut you off when you were trying to say
Yeah.
that? Same thing he did to me.
So he did end up apologizing to Rachel later on. However, I have this perception of Will and Henry that they're used to being chased. And so now when they're in an environment with beautiful women, basically the pick of the litter, I guess you could say, and they're not getting the attention that they typically would get outside of the house, they're crumbling. They don't know how to handle it. So it's like, I have to jump in front of the cart. Put the cart in front of the horse. They got to get ahead of the issue before they get turned down and make it seem like they're the ones doing the turning down, baby. It's okay to not be desired. It's okay to not be the number one draft pick. Like, that's life. You're not always going to be everyone's first choice. So the way that Will handled things with Rachel was distasteful. Same thing happened with him and Julia. So I'm not surprised that he got an ambush after this. Melinda asks all the couples to meet her in the backyard or something like that. And basically it's just like a weeding out of the official couples and then who's just not quite there yet. The people who stood up were Kaz and Diana, Alara and Kieran, and what's that guy's name from Canada? The Canadian and Nina. I forget his name. We haven't talked about him in a while. So they are the official couples. Everybody else gets eliminated. And so in the next episode, episode 10, there are final dates. And everybody who's been eliminated in the latter half of the season, the first people, they didn't come back. They vote on who they think is the strongest couple based on the dates. Now, I will say the way that the dates were handled, you could tell who production was predicting to win because Kieran and Alara's date was like, meh, like it wasn't really giving much of anything. And then you had Ontario guy and Nina's date, which was pretty much a carbon copy of the first date that we saw. But then you see Kaz and Diana's date, and they're on a boat and they have musicians, and I was like, way to be unbiased. At the end of the day, everybody was doing their voting, and the couple with the highest votes was obviously Kaz and Diana. They won the game. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work out. I mean, what's new with these shows? I'm not quite sure if it's truly like they're done. I don't watch interviews and stuff like that. You guys should know this by now. But based off their social media, it's clear to say they're not together. However, a couple that is together, seemingly also based off social media, is Julia and Joey. I did not expect that. So, okay, I guess timid love wins. Shy people unite. All right, whatever. Anyways, that was Dated and Related. We'll see if we get another season. My rating of the show, I'll give it a 7, maybe a 6 because of Melinda's hosting. I cannot lie to you. I definitely think it was above average for sure, but some things just didn't make sense in terms of the show. And I wish they had more people, more diversity to, more actual opportunities for dates. I don't think there was enough of that, to be honest with you, and a different host. Either a different host or drop the Netflix hosting voice, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And they only do it to the Black women, you know? Anyways, neither here nor there. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.